everybody, we're back. My first guest became one of television's biggest stars last season with the success of the Emmy-nominated reality show The Apprentice. Please welcome the Donald, Mr. Donald Trump. Good to have you here.
Nice place.
It's beautiful here, isn't it?
Very nice.
I don't know why. I don't know if you could hear, but you just said nice place. For some reason, when you walk into a joint and say nice place, I get nervous.
Well, it really is a nice place.
You could buy this and tear it down. Look at this amazing property we have. Look at that view. This is the view you have in some of your places,
That's exactly
isn't it?
the view, actually. It's
Now, so much to talk about. First of all, show is back on the air.
Right.
And doing quite well. But a lot of people were rattled last week because when you fired the contestant on the show last week, you said you're fired, which has become, you know, sort of an incredible catchphrase, resonates with the country. You didn't do the hand motion that goes with it. You just said, instead of saying you fired, you went, you fired, and I freaked out at home. And a lot of people did. We were like, no, that's peanut butter without the jelly.
Well, actually, you know, I get analyzed every time I fire somebody. They say, do you do this? I've only done this once, the so-called, they call it the Cobra. And it was
They call it the Cobra.
It was actually
Who calls it the
a
Cobra?
little bit lucky that I did. I don't even know why I did it. It's not a normal motion. Usually it's this way or nothing.
Right.
Or absolutely nothing. And this guy was a really good guy, but he had to get fired. There's no question about it.
Did you consciously hold back on the Cobra?
I actually did.
Really?
Actually, I did.
Because you thought the Cobra is
wanted...
adding insult to injury. You're not only fired, but you're fired.
You know, we have 16 episodes.
Yes.
So perhaps you'll see it, perhaps you won't. It's got to be natural. It is reality, and it has to be natural.
Have you ever thought of saying, leaning over the table and saying you're fired and blinking them on the forehead?
With what on your finger?
Yeah, I don't know. That's now, is your life a hell now? Because wherever you go, people walk up to you and say, haha, you're fired.
Oh, yeah.
That must get old.
Well, you know who I really get? Like, when I look at your audience, they sort of knew who I am. I know who they are. But the little kids that are 6 and 7 years old, they run up to you on Fifth Avenue and they say, you're fired, you're fired. And they run away and they laugh and they have such a good time. But so it's a whole new audience.
Well, then you have your goons beat them and it all works out. By the way, I don't know if this is okay, but I've been doing a Trump impression on the show that's been sweeping the nation. Max, hit it. You're fired. Now that...
And I've actually seen it. And it's very good. I've actually seen it.
Because I've noticed that there's something with you a little bit. Sometimes you get that look on the front of the show. I don't know what that's all. If there's a mint in there, you're sucking on a mint. I'm through, aren't I? Right now, a crew of people are ripping my apartment to pieces. The show has been so successful that there's merchandise, all kinds of merchandise. There's a Trump doll.
That's right.
What child is going to want the Trump doll? I'm sure you pull a string, it says you're fired.
It says lots of different things. It gives you tips on how to make money. I mean, can you imagine? This has to be a very sick kid that would want this.
It forecloses on Barbie's dream house.
We have a lot of merchandise out from The Apprentice, and it's doing amazingly well, just like the show does so great. It has done well also.
What about, you're coming out, I don't know if this can't be true, you're coming out with a Donald Trump cologne.
That's right. We're coming out actually with a fragrance. Estee Lauder is doing it, and it's going to be, you know, who knows? I mean, I think it's going to be great. I love the scent. I love what I smell, and it's great.
Now wait a minute. Mr. Trump, is the scent, is it supposed to be your scent? Is this essence of Trump that you're smelling?
Yes. What it does, if a guy puts it on, a fragrance, if a guy puts it on, he's guaranteed to do well with his girlfriend or whoever he's dating that night. So we think it could be a very, very big seller.
That's not bad. It's cinnamon. Wow. So the Trump. When can we expect the Donald Trump cologne?
I think sometime prior to Christmas.
Let me guess the name. Trump.
Oh, it's very close.
You must love, you put your name on everything. I mean, living here in Manhattan, I drive around, your name is on every one of your buildings.
Well, you live right next to one of them, right?
I used to. I had to move because the sign got so big, the T came into my bedroom. I had to climb over the letters. To take a bath, I had to go under the R and over the U. So I had to go.
When I was getting zoning and we were going up right next to your building, which I guess at that time you were living in, and there were a lot of people saying a lot of important people live in that building and they're going to stop Trump, and you were one of them.
Yeah.
That's why you moved.
Yeah, I got out. I didn't actually do anything to... But, man, that building went up fast. Your name went all over
very
it.
Very successful, very good building.
But it must make you feel... When you're feeling down and you drive around the city and you look up and your name is everywhere, that's got to be a nice feeling.
Well, it's a great feeling. I don't have time to think about it too much. Someday I probably will. But, you know, I'm building a lot of buildings. And, and they're good. The market's been great. I'm building a beauty in Chicago, which is a very exciting city also, with Bill. You know Bill. Everybody knows Bill. He's doing a really terrific job.
How did this become a real estate seminar? You got to see these units. Come this way with me, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this bathroom, I want to talk about something that I didn't expect from you, which is that you are revered, and I noticed this, you're revered in the rap community. The name Trump shows up in a lot of rap songs. What is it about you that has created such respect in the rap community?
Well, I'm in a lot of rap songs, and for some reason I have been long before The Apprentice, and my daughter will oftentimes, she loves that music, and she'll call Ivanka and Tiffany, and they'll call up, Dad, you're in a song, you're in another song, and I'm in so many of them. Russell Simmons is a good friend of mine, and he said, you're in more songs than anybody. So I don't know exactly, but it could have to do with my lifestyle, it could have to do with the look of my girlfriend. And before that, the look of lots of girlfriends. I don't know what it is exactly, but it has to do...
You had to rub that in, didn't you?
No, it has to do
Before that, even more girlfriends. But also, you like the bling bling. Yes, is that fair to say? You like you like flash. You like.
Well, I don't think so. I think I like quality. I like quality in buildings. I like quality in people. I don't think I like bling, as the expression is, although I was on the cover of Esquire with bling all over.
You were wearing bling bling all over the cover of Esquire,
more bling on me than anybody's ever seen. But that was just fun.
Bling,
no,
bling.
I like quality.
Right. Now, what about you? You walk around. You're one of the country's richest people, yet you don't carry cash when you walk around. Do you have an ATM card?
I don't carry. I never used an ATM, actually. I've never really used one. But I don't carry cash. I used to go to the teller, and you'd give a book, and they'd give it back, and they'd put some money in the book, and that would be the end. And now they have ATMs. And
yeah, there've been ATMs since like 1978.
I know. I've never used one.
It used to be you'd go there and you'd say, Mary Lou, I want to write this check. And so you don't. You walk around, and what happens? You go out to dinner, and you know, or forget that. You walk around, you want a pack of gum. You'd really like some of that.
Well, you know, with dinner, it's sort of funny because I go to the restaurants in New York, and they always give me free meals. And I know that if I needed it, I'd have to pay. But they always say, Mr. Trump, it's a great honor. Please, no charge. And I walk out. Sometimes I'll bring 10, 15 people, and they won't charge. So generally for dinner, I don't need it. I guess for other things. But
what is wrong with this country? You are... Look, I perfectly, nothing wrong with you. I have nothing against you, but you're this incredibly wealthy guy, and you walk into a restaurant, and they're like, well, you shouldn't have to pay. What's happened here?
I know this. If I ever had a problem, and if I had to pay, I would have to pay. Believe me. It's when you really have a problem that you have to pay. So it's sort of an interesting thing. But I don't carry much cash on me. I don't really carry too much cash.
None of us were going to ask for any. Look, I got nothing, so back off. Leave me alone. All right. Well, The Apprentice airs Thursday nights, of course, at 9 on NBC. You excited about this season?
I really am. I think this season's even. I have to use the word even, but I think it's even better than last season. It's going to be amazing.
And, of course, good luck at the Emmys. We'll see you out there.
That's right, and congratulations to you.
Thanks for being here. Donald Trump, everybody. Wayne Brady coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.